Hey Cowboys Nation, what's up? It's Alex here, and before we jump into the meat of today's hot updates, I want to ask you one thing. If you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now and turn on notifications so you don't miss any breaking Dallas Cowboys news, injury updates, trades, and all the inside stuff we bring all right now. Thank you. Let's ride. Today we dive deep into two massive storylines that are turning heads: Jerry Jones stirring trade talk, and CeeDee Lamb getting healthy again. If you thought the Cowboys offseason was quiet, think again. There's noise now, and that noise could change the roster, change expectations, change everything. So stay locked in with me because we'll break down what's real, what's speculation, and what these developments mean for Dallas' upcoming season. And doing this via AI voiceover, but bringing you the same energy, same passion. So hang tight. So let's jump right in. First, Jerry Jones, the man, the myth, the legend, has reportedly been stirring up trade talk. Now, when Jerry starts stirring, you know the rumor mills start turning and fans immediately go, who's going, who's coming. The reports have been swirling that Jones is willing to listen on certain players, perhaps trying to reshape the roster, shake things up, or make space for new pieces. Some insiders suggest that Dallas is exploring trade opportunities for depth players, or maybe parts of the receiving core or defense, not necessarily top stars, but players who are valuable assets and could fetch picks or high-value return. The whispers say that Jerry wants to maintain flexibility. He doesn't want to be boxed, and having too much tied up in contracts can hamper future moves. So by testing the waters, he keeps options open. But make no mistake, trade talk from Jerry often has teeth. Even if nothing moves immediately, he uses the possibility to signal to other teams and to his own roster that change is possible. Now, what does trade talk mean for the Cowboys right now? First, it puts everyone on notice. Players that assumed they were safe may now be looking over their shoulder. Depth guys, rotational players, special teams contributors, they're the ones most likely impacted. Second, it gives Dallas options to address weak spots. If there's a gap or need, say a pass rusher, edge help, secondary depth, or another receiver, bringing in via trade could be quicker than waiting for free agency or the draft. Third, it gives leverage. Even if Dallas doesn't ultimately make a blockbuster move, they gain info. What's the market value? Who's willing to trade? What yields they can get for players they might otherwise keep. And fourth, it can spark competition internally. If a player hears his name could be expendable, that can ignite urgency, motivation, a prove it mindset. But caution, Jerry sometimes drops trade talk to spark intrigue, leverage, negotiation, or balance fan expectations. Not everything that's rumored comes to fruition. Also, trades have costs, salary cap, contract, scheme fits, culture, chemistry. Dallas must weigh if any move helps more than it hurts. So while trade talk is exciting, it's not a guarantee of massive shakes. Yet what's clear, the Cowboys are not standing still. They're actively considering possibilities. Now let's shift to the other big storyline. CeeDee Lamb is getting healthy. For Cowboys fans, that's music to the ears. Lamb has been carrying elite level expectations, the kind every team wants in their star receiver. But injuries happen in this league, and every time a key player gets dinged, fans get nervous. The good news is reports are coming out that Lamb is trending in the right direction. He's doing rehab, watching protocols, gradually pushing more drills, working through his movements, getting treatment. Sources close to the team are optimistic about his progress. Now, that doesn't mean he's fully back yet, nor that he'll come back at 100% immediately, but the signals are positive. What does it mean if Lamb returns healthy? First, it restores a major offensive weapon. Lamb's route running, catch ability, separation, those are hard to replace. He draws attention from defenses, opens up space for others, makes big plays. His return would lighten pressure on other receivers and give the offense creativity and explosive potential. Second, it boosts morale and confidence in the locker room. When your star is healthy, the entire offense feels stronger. Third, it allows the Cowboys to run schemes they might shelved or limited without him. You can reintroduce certain formations, deeper looks, trick plays, or high-risk passes that require a go-to-target. Fourth, it gives the team more flexibility in game planning. Defenses can't simply game plan for absence or limit the pass game. Lamb being healthy forces the opposition to respect every aspect of the offense. Also, when both storylines connect, trade talk and Lamb's health, things get interesting. If Jerry is shopping around for receivers, that could be because he's feeling confident that Lamb will be back and wants complementary pieces, or he wants to rebalance his roster, or trade talk could target other positions entirely while Lamb fills a core role. The timing is critical. If Lamb gets healthy soon and trade pieces are moved Smartly, the Cowboys could hit the season with a sharper, leaner, more dangerous roster, but if Lamb's recovery is slower than hoped or trade assets are mismanaged, that could be problematic. Let me walk you through what I believe is a plausible timeline based on what I'm hearing. Lamb's in a mid-course recovery stage. He's moved past rest and basic rehab. He's into more aggressive treatments, strengthening routines, flexibility, and agility drills. Next, he'll push into partial routes, non-contact practice, then full routes, then finally full contact. If all goes well, he could be back in the lineup near the start of the regular season, maybe early weeks, or at least ramped up by mid-season. But if there are setbacks, stiffness, soreness, inflammation that could push it further, I'm cautious but optimistic. Multiple insiders hint that the Cowboys are seeing steady improvement. No major setbacks reported yet. Now for trade talk, what names might come up who could be moved without concrete leaks? It's speculative, but based on roster depth, salary cap, and value, possible candidates could be rotation defensive backs, linebackers, defensive linemen, or maybe wide receivers who haven't locked in roles. For instance, a receiver who's had chance but hasn't distinguished might be on the bubble if teams call. Players with favorable contracts might be attractive trade assets, but I haven't seen credible reports of Lamb or other marquee receivers being moved. The trade chatter seems more around depth pieces, guys who contribute but might generate a decent return. If a trade does happen, it'll break it down immediately. Let's also highlight risk factors. Trade talk can destabilize locker room chemistry. Players hearing about moves can get uneasy. Also, trade calls must match team scheme. You don't want a misfit on the Lamb side. Rushing him before fully healed could lead to injury. The Cowboys must balance competitive urgency with long-term health. If they push Lamb too fast, setbacks could cost more than a delayed start. Moreover, trade deals often have conditional picks, guarantees, etc. The Cowboys must protect themselves from risk at this point. I want to ask you, what's your take? How soon do you think Lamb can be back full force? Do you believe Jerry will execute a big trade, or is this mostly noise? Which players do you think might be moved? Drop your predictions in the comments below, and I'll shout out the best ones in the next video. Looking ahead, what'll be tracking closely in the upcoming weeks? First, any leaks or comments from Jerry Jones or team executives about trades, even subtle ones? Second, practice reports on Lamb. Is he participating? Is he limited? Any video footage of him running routes or stretching? Third, how other receivers perform. Those performances could influence trade demand. Fourth, how Cowboys allocate their cap. Any moves signed or restructured may hint at trade readiness. Fifth, monitor other teams who's actively shopping. What linebackers or secondary players are being floated? Maybe those are the target zones. And sixth, official injury designations. When training camp begins or preseason games start, those public labels matter. I also want you to picture this: a game day mid-season. The Cowboys line up defenses have to respect Lamb. He's healthy, but now you see another receiver the Cowboys picked up via trade or scheme shift. Maybe a defensive back who came via trade steps into rotation and helps contain an opponent's offense. That kind of move could swing games, and those subtle roster tweaks are often what separates good teams from great ones. We may look back at this moment when Jerry was whispering trade when Lamb was recovering as a pivot point in the season. As we wrap this update, I want to emphasize nothing is guaranteed, yet rumors are just that until something is confirmed. In recovery is a process, but the direction is promising. The Cowboys are showing signs of internal movement, forward motion, and confidence. Trade talk is alive, not just wishful thinking, and Lamb's health is trending upward. If things align well, Dallas may enter the new season sharper, more dangerous, more unpredictable. Before you go, hey race, what I want from you: if this video gave you insight, drop a like, share it with your fellow Cowboys fans, and again, if you aren't subscribed yet, subscribe and ring that bell. Will be dropping follow-up videos the moment I get new info, trade confirmations, Lamb's full return, depth chart shifts, and game day impact. You'll get it first here, and comment below with your predictions. I read all of them, and I love engaging with you guys. What trade do you want to see? When will Lamb be fully back? Who should Jerry move if he wants to shake things up? Thanks for writing this update with me today, Cowboys Nation. I'm excited. This season feels like it's heating up before even getting started. I'll see you in the next video, bringing you all the latest. This is Alex signing off. Stay loud, stay proud, go Cowboys.